Hey gang, Vince here of Vince's Wood and Wonders. Thanks so very much for stopping into the shop. Hey, I want to take just a quick moment, share with you a little video on how I went about sanding a natural edge bowl. These shapes can be somewhat challenging in regards to sanding because you got the wings. And I just thought I would show you how I went about sanding this bowl successfully. Without further ado, let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have the piece back on the lathe, and with natural edge bowls, they can be a little more difficult to sand. Why? Because we have air as the piece is spinning. We're not sanding solid surface. Now there's a couple of ways of going about sanding this, and by all means, if you have success already, fantastic. If you like turning natural edge bowls, a couple of things that I have found. If you want to try to power sand with the piece spinning, have at it. I mean, and good luck. And I don't mean that facetiously. Because what you'll have is you'll be able to sand the material up until the base of your lowest point of the edge. And from that point, you're going to be hitting, as you come out farther, obviously you're going to have air surface. And it can get tricky because oftentimes if you don't have the steadiest of hand, you can catch the edge of the piece and blow out a wing. Or at the very best, oftentimes what you'll have is, for example, if you're sanding on the inside, as you come onto this portion here, you'll often round this surface, this wing surface, and same with this surface here. And if you've ever tried sanding natural edge bowls, you probably can already relate to what I'm saying. So let's just get to it. The best way that I have found to sand these are while they're on the lathe, but stationary. And you can try to power sand with a drill, and that can work. What I've got is a it's a electric random orbital sander. This is a product by Uneeda. Very nice product. It has 4 speeds on it. You've got the on and off switch. And then you have, you can raise it up. I believe it is 4, 6, 8, and 10,000 RPM. And I've got a radius edge pad over top of the 3-inch backup pad that comes with the unit, and then I have a 120 disc that I'm going to start sanding with. Now you'll notice this disc has some holes in it. That's because this is a brand new disc that I'm trying out. I'm doing a little testing here. But with this works really nice because I can control the action. This palm sander fits right in the palm of my hand and allows me to get where I want to go and maintain the control. And that's the important part, especially on these natural edge pieces, trying to sand them, is maintaining the control. So I'm going to just continue working through this process, and I'll touch base with you here shortly. So I'm going to continue working through the process, and I'll just talk to you more as I work through. One thing for sure, that I want to mention is that it doesn't require a whole lot of pressure. It doesn't require any pressure really. Just maintain the piece on the sander, on the piece. Let the abrasive do the work. You don't need to get strong-armed and start applying a lot of pressure. It just doesn't need to happen that way. And also, I turned this while it was wet, but I let it dry here for a little bit, and it didn't take long for it to dry out. Thickness is not too it's not too thick, so we shouldn't have a problem here. But yeah, I think we'll. So I've got this piece sanded up to about 320, and I mean, really sanded out easy. Again, I believe holding the piece stationary and sanding it with something like a random orbital sander, whether it be pneumatic, this one happens to be electric, is probably the best way that you're going to get something like this sanded, natural edge with wings type of bowl. You know, if you have a way that works, feel free to leave a constructive comment in the section below. But yeah, here we are. Thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you soon.